Hello everyone, this is Artorius and welcome back to another episode of Jak II. Now, I have done all this stuff previously, prior, whatever, and I'm just recording over the top, commentating all the stuff that went on. This one was actually a fairly easy one compared to some of the crap that you have to do to get all the Precursor Orbs off of Torn. I mean, this one was just an absolute nightmare to deal with. It's, not this one, later ones. This one was easy. Unless you count that little bit there where I just went really slow because I almost missed one. But I don't really count that. This one was the first try. A lot of the ones in this I had to go over and over and over again. One in particular, I went multiple hours over the course of several days. Just record, try, fail. Oh, no, I didn't get this one the first try. No. Oh, yeah, this one I had like 2 fails when I get to that little section there, because I was so confused for a moment. For a lot of these I was exhausted recording like after all my other recordings, but yeah, as soon as I figured out I should hop out and roll, I did pretty well. And honestly, I should have used the hoverboard. I didn't actually remember that I could use that in the city until far later on than it is at the moment. And that sudden realization made a lot of the missions much more accomplishable than if I'd continued to try without. But yes, I rolled through here. It takes you back up onto the sort of motorway here, and you've got to immediately get back into a vehicle, because otherwise you're not going to get them all. It's also a bit crap if like this whole place is crowded, because if that's all crowded, you got vehicles everywhere, you're not going to be getting them. Get them down here. Okay, keep on going, come on. Got this one. Yeah, there was much worse things to deal with. Okay, then this one, keep going. Yeah, this would be a nightmare to have dealt with. Okay. I would have been stressing at that point, but yeah, as soon as I got that would have been great. Okay, what was this one? Okay. Ah, yeah, this is one of the ones where you've got to find locations based off of memory. Some of them are very easy. Some of them, if I paid more attention, I would have had a lot more fun. But this one, it's quite clearly, it's in that bloody crevice that's a bit back to the right from here, I believe it is. No. Yeah, I'm just looking at the little mini-map trying to guess locations, but no, it's on the left. It's by the, how do I put it? Not far from the city, or like turning into the other section, but yeah, anyways, this one. Some of the ring challenges, particularly the race one. Nightmare. Okay, anyways. I think this was one that I had a bit of trouble with. I'll know in a moment. But yeah. The start was very simple, but I think later on it gets more difficult. Okay, keep going. Turn here. Yeah, because so opengoal has vehicle invulnerability that you can unlock after 185 Precursor Orbs. Well, I obviously didn't have that many Precursor Orbs, so I had to constantly worry about my vehicle blowing up, my zoomer getting absolutely obliterated. But yeah, getting around the corners here was a slight bit of a pain, and I keep no, I don't think I could have done that in the actual race, play our gun, get rid of the civilians, because that would have made the city race way too easy for the taste of naughtydog, I suppose. Then jumped here. I think coming up is where I had the most trouble. Yes, just through here. Because they love shoving a vehicle right up in this one, bursting through, and half the time my zoomer was getting obliterated. That's the only reason this mission took me so long. It was that one bloody section. My vehicle, my zoomer, blown up within seconds, because you go around that corner and they shove a ring there, and the vehicle's going through it. What else are you going to do? You've only got like 5 seconds. You can't exactly wait for the vehicle to move through and then go up. Half the time you try and do that, then you're out of time and the mission's failed. But yeah, this section on top is something that would probably be a nightmare to do as well. like all those little sections, because you got to go slowish, but you can't exactly go too slow. Anyways, going around here. I'm pretty sure this is like the end zone where things got a lot simpler. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it is, because that's the ending. I love the find the spot ones. This one was irritating for a short period of time. See, what? Yeah, okay. I've included where like I've done my rolling. This is a section I failed, but there was just me showing I knew exactly where I had to go. But this one, you got to get on a zoomer. You got to hope that one is very close. Just hop off, spin, and you can get there very, very quickly and nice and simple. Okay. Okay, this is another one. This one, I believe, took me a moment to actually get. So I had like 1 or 2 failures where I went the wrong way. This was my most embarrassing failure. I'd hop out and I'm straight into the security vehicle. I'm just like, crap, this one moves too slow. I'm not going to get anything done. But I eventually figured out it was not the Baron Praxis one all the way on the opposite side. You don't have enough time to get there. That's why I initially thought it was. It's actually the one through here. Yep. Because you got the one that's in front of where the statue is, and then you got another one in a similar sort of looking location before you get to the plant area. Ring course 1. Yep. This one. Okay, so what you're seeing now, I have 3 versions of this in the recording. This is before I knew that there was bronze, silver, gold. This is when I just thought, oh, I had to win. If you miss any ring, you fail. If you get clipped by a civilian and launched flying, well, you lose time, but I didn't know the time was so valuable at this point. And you cannot let the opposite guy, your enemy, the top racer, beat you. But just keep an eye on how I do this, and compare it to how I eventually do it in the silver and gold. I've gotten this as well, because the silver I've included, because the way I failed, it just really... It's a moment where you look at it, it's just a moment where it's just, oh god, so close. As for the gold, obviously that's included because it's the gold run. But yeah, this was a very, very, very stressful race to do. If you notice, there's a lot of very sharp corners to deal with as well. And sometimes if you're going a little too fast, you can just brush against the wall, or you can get yourself flung out the way. But yeah, and you got to take the turns at very specific moments as well. Otherwise, you can turn, you can slam like into that post there, which I just missed. But yeah, this is essentially the race with Errol to get to the stadium. And they make you do it again with a faster racer, with more rings, and a time limit. They just did everything they could to make this as hellish as possible to accomplish. I eventually learnt when I was trying to figure out, like, was there, like, is this something that's notoriously difficult? It's not just me. This is notorious as being one of the hardest missions in the game. It is the city race, if anyone wants to look it up. And, well, obviously you're already watching it, but yeah, if you want to see other people complain about it, yeah, city race. Yeah, that was a very crap attempt at a turn. Well, didn't even really turn, just ended up slamming into the wall. But yes, the race takes you all the way back to the racing arena. You pop out here, and it doesn't end until you get into the actual grassy sort of section, just past here. And when I got the bronze record, I'm just like, what? What? Bronze? What? Surely I must have misheard. But yeah. This one, I'm so bloody annoyed. This one was easy. This one was quick, simple, done. I got gold on my first try. But they specifically say, let's see you do ring course 2. This one's a little more difficult. No way in hell is this more difficult than that other race. That other race took me so bloody long to accomplish. But yeah, this one is a lap one, and it goes off the total time spent in each lap added together. So technically it's still the same thing. It's just per lap counted up. But yeah, this one, big loop, very easy to deal with. This one's the only bit where I need to slow down, like right on that turn there, because it's such a sharp corner in comparison to all the others. Okay, go through here, over the bridge. Sometimes I'd use a little hop to jump over that little corner. Okay. But yeah, the things like the corners there, they're easy to deal with. You've got a big, wide sort of area where you can turn. In the bit where I actually slow down near the flags, sort of like actual lap finishing area, if you don't turn sharply, then it's highly likely that you're going to turn and like sort of slide off the edge slightly and end up on the water. And I mean, if you end up on the water, there's no real way to get the zoomer back on, because you can't head up and down with the zoomer in the races. Trust me, I tried that during the other race when I was trying for silver and gold, but yeah, I can't even count. There's so many hours of footage cut out where I was trying to get silver and gold on that other ring race. But yeah, go through here. It's the exact same course. The rings are all in the exact same position. Maybe if you just want to be sure, do a quick like go through kind of slowly. But I mean, I went through this. I had a lot of crashes. I didn't even need to hit every ring. With the other race, if you miss a ring, you lose. But yes, gold record. I was so happy with that. Yeah, this one wasn't that hard. This one I realized immediately. There's the cows in the background. I know exactly where I need to go. Just on the right of the cow pen, sort of near where you enter the... How's the proper terminology for it? Where you got that sort of desert area. I believe it's a bazaar. Like B-A-Z-A-A-R. But yeah, they're just behind these rocks here. Top out. And Precursor Orb acquired. Off to the next one. Anyways, proving our driving skills once again. I got very sort of stressed whenever I started to hear the driving missions after the whole incident with the city race. I was just sort of like, what the hell do I do? I panicked whenever I heard that was a zoomer thing, because I was thinking it was going to be another almost impossible race to accomplish. It kind of stressed me out a bit. Okay, anyways, this one wasn't quite difficult to do. It's just a matter of, how do I put it? You got to go over that sort of glass bridge section. Now, I failed this, I believe, 2 times, because taking the zoomer through there, I'd clip the vehicles on either side, and half the time I'd get blown up, and that would cost me valuable time. So you need to actually go to the hideout, as I believe Torn said. But yeah, you can see I'm going kind of slowish through here, because if I went full speed, it was highly likely I'd blow up, and I would have lost again. Now go down. Okay, but yeah, it's pretty much just straight to the hideout. As long as you know the route, you should be good. You just got to be very cautious on places like the bridge there, and don't go up. If you go up, you're liable to get blown up by one of the other vehicles. At least until you've got like 185 Precursor Orbs. I mean, yeah. It's only an open goal though, so people who are just playing straight up on PS2 or anything else would have had, yeah, had to deal with it how I dealt with it. What's this one? Yeah, this one is fairly simple. There's only one other, like, terminal inside the bazaar area. The issue I had was, of course, as I mentioned earlier, I completely forgot about the hoverboard. So I was like, how the hell do I get there quick enough? I was running, I was rolling, I was trying to take a vehicle across the bridge. I just didn't have enough time. Eventually I've gone, wait, I've got the hoverboard. I remember that. It took me so long. The instant I had it, as soon as I realised I've got the hoverboard, I got it first try. If I'd been awake and aware enough, I would have gotten it much easier. Yeah, this one was, how do I put it? I didn't exactly know where it was, but I still got it first try because I thought, okay, well, I'll just head here and I'll head to wherever I think there is a dead-end sort of corner. And I've gone, okay, oh, there's a dead-end corner on the map. And I've headed there and I just got lucky. It could have been any other dead-end corner, but I chose the right one, thankfully. What's this one? Ooh, yeah, this one was a bit annoying to deal with. I pop into the vehicle and I realised it was up here and it was on the edge of a bridge. Now, I didn't know which one it was on my first try, so I've gone here, I've gone left. What you want to do is you want to go right. And you'll see that in a moment. But I got to here and I saw it like right where it was at the end. Saw it for a split second. But I've wondered about if I could just do it with the hoverboard instead of needing to use a vehicle. So I've just grabbed my hoverboard and jumped along. I cut the corners to save like at least half a second each, so full second in total, and it was just there at the end. So yeah, as you can see, the hoverboard becomes very useful for these missions. This one was annoying, because I was focused on, they show you that little sort of signpost for half a second. And the signpost is what I focused on. And you'll notice if you go through here, just give it a second and we'll see it. You got that sort of arrow signpost on the left. And that's where I had been going. But you don't want to go to that one. You want to go all the way to the back here. Anyways, what's this one? Ah, the homing beacons one. I actually stuffed this up 2 times. Because I was sort of running high on like a combination of exhaustion, and I was thinking about the race city at the moment. And so I was looking at the timer and going, I need to beat it before a certain period of time to get the gold. And it took me like a couple minutes doing it. And like I've done 2 attempts, I failed. Because I didn't fail, I restarted. And I've gone, wait, this isn't a race, this is just a collect thing. Why am I stressing and restarting? You've just got to do it in the time they give you. And once you realise that, it's easy. You've got plenty of time to get all the homing beacons. As long as you don't pull the stupid like me, where I overshoot, just like right next to them. But yeah, as soon as I got over my stress, thinking about the city race and everything, this was a simple mission to accomplish. Okay, just chuck a left here and then pretty much home free. The rest are all along a straight path at this point. Well, not really a straight path, but you know what I mean. They're not scattered about anymore. You should be able to get them all from the one linked route. Okay, turn around. Yeah. As you can see, 2 to go, 40 seconds, plenty of time. Okay, head through here. Yep. And then the last one is just over there.
Excellent work. You're a great asset to the
Indeed I am, Torn. Okay, here's the tough one. Beat the clock to here.
Beat the clock to here.
Ah, yeah, this one was actually fairly simple as well. I didn't quite, like, know where it was, but I've turned around and I've gone, ah, it must be at the end of the bridge. Like, because there's a corner right there. And I've gone, it's close enough to get there in this time, so it must be there. Yep, just creeping up on it. The issue is, I decided to hop into a car and I hit everything on the way. If you use your hoverboard, you'll have much better luck getting there. You won't have to deal with slamming into other cars, blowing up. But yeah, it was just in the corner here. Very simple, easy, done the instant you use the hoverboard.
Reach this area and be rewarded.
And this one was the easiest of all, pretty much. I've looked at it and I've gone, ah, that's at the Baron's bloody, like, way, how do I put it? The roof bridge you got to get through to go to the Baron's, like, roof for the boss fight. I realised that instantly, but there was a failure because I went left instead of right, and I've looked at my map and I've gone, ah, crap. This one, ooh, is this the one I'm thinking of? No, it's not.
Get here quickly.
It was, however, easy to realise. I've just thought, oh, what's the only place near here that sort of ends up in the very straight sort of section that would be obvious? And I've just gone for the Precursor Orb, because like there wasn't that one barrier there. I believe you couldn't see that in the image. And now we're watching me do the hoverboard tricks. This one's a nightmare. I've got no idea how the hell I'm going to complete it. This is me going for the bronze. And I just started sort of spamming buttons and doing my best. I had quite a few where I was only getting like 10,000 points at most. And this is around where I started to go, what the hell? How am I getting 2,800 plus points? I just sort of kept trying to do as many random things as possible. And it was working. Fairly well, actually. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I do have a chance to get gold at this rate. I mean, bronze is 50,000, silver will probably be like, I don't know, 55, and gold will be 60. Yeah, you'll see in a moment just how wrong I really was. Because the gold will undoubtedly be an absolute nightmare to achieve after seeing what the silver is. But yeah, it was basically just spamming whatever buttons you can. I do recommend maybe going for like a grind rail. If you can manage to stay on the grind rails and score high points, you're in luck. You shouldn't have as much trouble. I'm just not that good with getting onto the grind rails and sort of sticking on them as I land and tricks. And at the end, you have to keep scoring points, like, for every second as well. So, if I end up stuck to the side, there's not much chance of me, like, you know, getting as many points when I go out. But yeah, I got the bronze record, and I saw the silver was 90,000, and I've just gone, holy crap. I tried for, like, another hour, and then I stopped, because I couldn't get any higher than 50. 50 was my, sort of, lucky one. Where, if I got lucky, I got 2. In the total of attempts I tried. The rest were like sort of 40. This one, I've sailed off and I've gone, where would it be to annoy me most? Right under where I started. And thankfully I thought of that, otherwise it would have been there for a while. Green Eco, that one was a stressful one. That one was annoying as all hell. I can't count the amount of times I got down to like the last, I don't know, like couple seconds, and there was 2, and they'd be on different angles. And so I could get to one, but by the time the clock ran down, I couldn't get the other. This one took a couple attempts with a hoverboard. It's particularly irritating because if you do clip the guards, they will try to kill you in this. I don't believe at this point I had enough Precursor Orbs to afford the invulnerable Jak. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been as stressful because they wouldn't have been able to actually kill and damage you mid-mission. I could have just ignored them and kept going. But at this point, I had to deal with not being able to, you know, save myself. God, my voice is getting tired. Normally I have like the tiny little breaks as I'm recording every now and then, and I can just like edit out the pause screen. But this one, because I am trying to sync it up with my recording as much as possible, it's exhausting on my voice. Still got to record Jak 3 after this though. But anyways, get those orbs. I sort of started to stress a bit at this point. I was thinking this was going to be a failed run because I had these 2 back here and I couldn't figure out where they were. And they've gone, well, they must be down there. And they only had like 40 seconds to go. And a bunch that didn't look like they were going to be possible to get altogether because it sort of split off at a certain point. You'll see in a moment. Okay, go along here. But yeah, it split off, it looked like. So I had the 2 on the sort of like bridge and the other one's in another location to our right. Yep, that one there. And I didn't realise where the ones on the actual bridge bit, like the railing there were. I thought they were on the bridge and I was stressing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to fail. But no, I got very lucky. I got even luckier that Torn finished the mission right there. Because otherwise I would have had to do it all over again. But fortunately, I had enough Precursor Orbs at this point that I could start using some of the secret stuff, which I didn't feel very guilty for doing. I wouldn't try and do hero mode with these on. But I just went unlimited ammo, invulnerability, that sort of stuff. This one was slightly annoying to do. I realized where it was instantly. The issue was getting there in time. Obviously, my hoverboard attempt here, it's a failure. The timer runs out before I get there. But a couple attempts after stealing zoomers weren't exactly easy either. Because half the time, the turn I had to take for like clipping something, it's just a miracle that I got it this one. You're lucky that it will sort of stick around for like almost half a second after the clock times out. And that's what allowed me to finish it. This one is a repeat of the other eco one. This is a dark eco spill.
You must remove this hazard quickly before the city is contaminated.
Yep. Now, this I had 2 attempts on. The first attempt was a failure because I was so sort of stressed. Well, not really stressed. I'm not the best with a hoverboard, and I just kept clipping everything and like just slightly brushing past them, like you saw there. And this is the moment where, oh wait. Oh. I was so sure I cut that out. Oh well. Yeah, that was me going, okay, well, the turns are a bit, you know, janky to do some of this. But you can obviously hop off your hoverboard, roll. I wouldn't recommend trying to get into a vehicle. I did try that, and it did not go well. Using a vehicle, I used it for half a second and went, okay, you hover over the Dark Eco. I don't really count that as an attempt because I didn't really attempt to do the whole thing. I just sort of went, okay, well, I'll cut that out. But yeah, grab that one. And they sort of go all the way around this area and all the way back to the other. You got to be careful that you don't miss one when you go through the plants in the gardens here. Maybe if I'd jumped over those sort of little sections where the garden beds are raised, would have been able to shave a couple seconds off. This is where I had, yeah, this one was not the easiest because of the trees, and you got to sort of swerve around them. But you can't swerve too hard or else you'll miss them. And I was sort of starting to look at the timer and I was stressing, I'm like, okay, I've got through, I'm good. And I kept going. Now I've started to go, okay, I've only got 10 to go. It can't be that hard. But the spacing of them at the first few made me think, oh god, I'm going to run out of time. Particularly with how, like, I had to stop here and I'm like, oh god, I'm going to run out. And I got this one. I went, oh, actually no. I can get 5 in like 20 seconds. That should be easy. And it was. I didn't need to worry too much for this one. Yeah. Now I'm actually like 3 or 4 off of unlocking the invulnerable vehicle. This one is a bit of a complicated one. So I initially thought I had 2 attempts before this successful one. I thought, oh, I'll go to the front of the Baron's Palace, and do know I was exhausted and I didn't take keynotes in the background of that image. So what it shows you, you can clearly see Zuma's moving behind the fountain. And there's sort of a glow. So obviously you got the fountains there with braziers. So it's obviously one of those. But like, it's not the Baron's one. It has to be an area where Zoomers can be. I tried the first front 2 fountains as well first. But eventually I realized I had the time. So I went all the way to the back and it ended up being the one on the right. Yeah, this one was kind of easy. But yeah. How do I put it? Some of the locations you drop the spies off is kind of hilarious. Please advise. Suspect's description. So if you'll know, I believe it's after we pick up the first one. And yeah, I'm saying, no, those are just the purple signs. I thought for a second that I was seeing the purple rings from the ring courses showing up for some reason. But yeah, picked up the first guy, and where he wants you to drop him off will blow your minds. Just watch. You can see the beam in the sky from here, and that will sort of give you a rough idea, but it's the exact spot where you drop him off as his new safe house. That is sort of like a what moment. This guy is clearly a spy from within the Crimson Guards for us on our behalf, because we drop him off right at the entrance to the Baron's Palace. So he must be like sort of like under Ashlyn in hierarchy and working with her to get us information. Yeah, I lost my vehicle a few times during this. I hadn't even thought to check about the invulnerable vehicle. If I had, I probably would have had a much easier time. Yeah, grab the next one. My vehicle is already on the verge of blowing up. Okay, keep going. Apologies, I'm having to go silent for short bits because my voice is getting a bit tired. Yep, one vehicle down. Fortunately, he didn't die, so I could pick him up in the next vehicle. Sure, Baron, sure. Yeah, that was a bit of a stupid on my part. I sort of like started to turn way too early. This one makes logical sense. Or well, not so logical if you consider that at the time it would have been still run by crew when these missions were supposed to be done. Then this one was all the way out on the bridge. I think I lose this vehicle as well during this mission. Yep, jumped into that one. I just can't remember if this one gets blown up as well. Okay, yeah. This one I sort of like went straight over the edge. I'm like, ah crap. Head up. Oh wait, no, I'm surrounded. Just jump in already. Yeah, because he sort of waited for a while. There we go.
Right, let's go.
I believe I dropped him off near the hideout. I'm pretty sure. No, this one isn't near the hideout. This one gets dropped in sort of, I believe it's the area where we finished the purple ring course at the very start. Come on. You can do it, Jak. I know you can do it because I'm literally you from the future. Keep going. Okay, turn right. No, this isn't the one who was... Okay, I must have been thinking of something else. Yeah. He gets dropped near where Vin was. I still sort of feel depressed about what happened to Vin. I wish there was something we could have done. I mean, at least Sig's still alive by the time we get to 3. Okay. This might be why I was thinking of the dead ends. So we picked one up from the dead end. So here we are. It's not quite the one I was thinking of from the purple ring. Yeah. This one was a stupid one. He sort of ran off there and he just sort of waited and stuttered and went back and forth. Until he finally hopped in. I was making all sorts of snarky comments, but obviously not recording my audio because there were so many attempts to some of the other things that I was just going to lose my voice if I tried. Yeah, went through here, chucked the right. Can't remember exactly where this one was dropped off. He might be the one that I dropped off close to the Underground's hideout. Most likely, because he's the last one. Go through here. I had plenty of time to go. Yep, turn. Then turn one more time and I'm pretty much there. Yep, just on the opposite side of the Underground's hideout. Now this one I got stressed for a while. As you'll notice, Tor's not giving me the all clear just yet. And so I'm sort of circling around and waiting. I'm like, when am I going to be told that the mission's over? Have I screwed something up? Has the game broken? He's even still standing there. What's going on? And my mind was just racing a million miles a minute. And the thing is, you also can't die. But obviously I've got Invincible Jak. But I was just like so worried that I'd broken something. Yeah. Vehicle invulnerability. I've got that now. Which will make things... Honestly, it would have made some of the previous ones easier. This one, I believe, took me a bit. Yes, this one did indeed take me a while. Because I had to check out all the corners first. And I had to go like, okay, well, it's not in this corner of this place. Because there weren't as many sort of like, how do I put it, clues that this one was the location. We're coming up on the race now. But yeah, this particular terminal had a lot of different like quests at it. Yeah, this one was kind of fun because I was going with an invulnerable vehicle, infinite ammo. Peacemaker still doesn't work on them, which is annoying. But yeah, there were 3 to do for this. I just pulled out my trusty bloody... I don't ever remember the name of it. Vulcan Fury, that's it actually. Okay, clicked him, and I'm just sort of like, I am invincible, I am immortal, and so is my vehicle. I don't have to give a crap what goes on anymore. So I just completely and utterly ignored all the guards. I ignored all the civilians. I didn't care if I hit a wall or anything at this point. I was just like, I am the greatest. I am just unstoppable now. Just try and stop me, Crimson Guards. But yeah. I sort of just went straight up against them, and there were a couple of hilarious moments, because since your vehicle is indestructible, it doesn't get blown up when they do like their major damage sort of hit, so it can cause some funny times. But yeah, Peacemaker does nothing, as you can see, because I've actually got the health bar thing on. Vulcan Fury does that. And it just melts when you actually watch it in process. But yeah, they can launch you flying back now. And I was like, okay, that's one done. I sort of stuck around for the explosion and I was just like, ha! I take no damage from that anymore. I'm unstoppable. And I've gone, that's how the infinite ammo works. I was worried because the number was still going down. I again thought there was a glitch. But no, it just means that even when you hit 0, you keep firing. And then I decided that I'm going to shoot every vehicle and every civilian that gets in my way. So I just sort of held down for this mission. I can admit, listening to the staccato or the gunfire, it probably wasn't the greatest noise to just listen to. But yeah, so I ended up stopping. Where was this one? I'm trying to think. I think this one was, yeah, in line with the palace. And the last one might have been near the area where Vin is again. I never remember the name of that area. Just that it's super fancy. But yes, this is the sort of funny crap that happens where you have the invulnerable vehicle. You just get launched flying back, spinning. I love that. I watched that and I was like, I just couldn't stop laughing. I'm like, ha, you can't stop me. Launch me flying, spinning, glitching through everything, and I'll just keep coming back. Oh, no, this one was by the fountains. Not where I thought it was? No? Yeah, it just looked like it there for a second. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he was where I was the area with the sewers and Vin and the like. Where I can never remember the name. I'm like 50% sure that's where it was. No, it wasn't. It was just on the normal pathway here. Maybe? I'm so uncertain at the moment. Which is hilarious, because I remember those older missions quite easily, and they were the first ones I did. This is actually one of the more recent things I did. And it's the one that I remember the least. Then again, as I said, a lot of these I was very, very exhausted when I was recording them. But I was just like, I want to get it done. I want to get them done. The only things I haven't really done in this are the, obviously, gold hoverboard, gold proper race, not the city ones from Torn. Onan's one, and Jak and Daxter Whack-A-Mole. But yeah, this one I got mildly irritated when I got launched back because I realised, oh, he's going up there, and then hit by a vehicle and everything. And I'm just like, well, at least I'm not dead and my vehicle blown up. There we go. I just clicked that one, and the mission was accomplished. I thought for a while with the weight that there might be a forefront, but no, it was just 3. Yeah, that sort of like cutting back and forth moment was because I hit pause to check the map and they've gone, oh wait, I should listen to what Torn says first for the episode. Now, this is my silver run. As you can see, I go quite close to some of the walls, trying to like sort of shave off as much time as I can by moving as little as possible. Wait. Yeah, that one I hit it and like I'd done this so many times at this point. I've gone, I clipped something, I've lost time, and I've gone to quit, and I've gone, no, I've barely lost any time at all. I'm still moving quickly. I can still do this. But yeah, going very close to some of the corners, and I was sort of like half stressed as well. I'm like, he's so close to behind me. What if to get the gold you need to have a massive win on him? He has to be so far behind you, it's ridiculous. And that sort of thing was lingering in the back of my mind as well. Bloody civilian, clipped one. I can't tell you how many times there'd be one near the circles and I'd just lightly tap the side of them and I'd get launched all the way to the side, and that's an immediate failure. But yeah, this is my silver run. You'll see very shortly the exact moment where everything went wrong with me, and I sort of like, I was just very sort of distraught. I just froze almost as soon as I finished and saw the silver. I was like, I could have been so close. I mean, not that I knew exactly what the time for gold was initially. I was just like, I got silver, which means I was close to gold. I didn't get like another bronze. Yeah, then went over here. As I said before, you can't miss any rings. You can't really slow down too much. And you can't let the other guy beat you. At this point, I was starting to get very hopeful. I'm like, I'm almost there. I've almost done it. This is perfect. I'm going to get the gold. I'm going to get the gold. I was so bloody excited. And then this happened. And my heart sunk. I'm like, oh god, please at least let me get better than bronze. And I got silver. And I just sort of waited there on that scene for a while. My head in my hands, I was like, oh god, why has this happened to me? Now this is my gold run. This is the final thing you're going to see before we stop for today. And I mean, this was, again, countless hours trying to get this again. I can't count how many times, as I said, I'd clip a civilian, I'd lose time, or I'd just lightly brush the edge of a wall and I'd get sent spinning. Thankfully, well, if you damage your vehicle enough that you get slower, either way you were going to lose. But I mean, having the invulnerable vehicle took a bit of... It's weird, just knowing it was there made things easier for me. But yeah, you want to stop right here, because you don't want to get launched all the way out, up in the air, across there. Yeah, I went through here. Tried to keep the corners as sharp as I could, whilst, you know, stressing about hitting civilians, because there's a lot in this area, and there's a lot in the initial areas. I hit that wall, and I stressed, oh god, I'm going to lose. But I kept pushing. I'm like, no. If I keep restarting every time I lightly clip something, who knows how many times I've got the gold and missed. That's what I told myself. So around a little before this, I decided I'd just keep pushing all the way to the end, regardless, as opposed to constantly, you know, stopping the mission, restarting it. I got really good. This area, it's not exactly hard to do wrong. You just got to sort of hold all the way to the side and you'll go through the rings. It's this bit that I missed every now and then. I'd not do this quite right, and I'd hit the like railings. But I started to get to here, I'm going, okay, I'm doing good, I'm doing good. And I realised towards the end that I'm going to get gold. I have to, because there's no way I can do any better. If I didn't get gold here, I'd be stressed. In the meantime, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you did like this, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell notification for any and all future updates, and I shall see you all in the next episode of Jak 3, and when I get all the golds on this.